They look cute and harmless, but these Labubu dolls are hiding something disturbingly sinister beneath their stitched smiles. If you're brave enough to keep watching, make sure you subscribe, because what you're about to see gets darker with every frame. Let's begin. But don't say we didn't warn you. In this video, we're peeling back the stitched smiles of the viral Labubu dolls. Toys that were once considered adorable collectibles, now whispered about like cursed relics. Linked by internet rumors to the ancient demon Pazuzu, these wide-eyed creatures have left a trail of fear, speculation, and sleepless nights. Families claim to hear soft giggles in empty rooms. Shelves creak, eyes follow. And while toy experts dismiss it all as coincidence, those who've lived with a Labubu say otherwise. So if you've ever owned one, or thought about buying one, watch till the end, because you may never look at them the same again. Hit the bell, not just for updates, but so you're warned before something watches you. And like this video, before the dolls decide you shouldn't. Before we go any deeper, there's one question we need to ask. What exactly are Labubu dolls? And why do some people say their homes haven't felt the same since one arrived? Let's uncover the truth. But be warned, once you know what they are, you can't unsee it. What are Labubu dolls? Labubu may look like just another cute designer toy, but behind those jagged teeth and hauntingly wide eyes lies something eerier than most collectors realize. Born from the twisted imagination of artist Casing Lung and produced by Pop Mart, these vinyl figures are part of the Monster series, a name that now feels far too fitting. They're sold in blind boxes, where you never know what you're getting until it's already in your hands. If your heart skips a beat when you open one, you're not alone. Many say they feel watched. Some even claim the dolls moved after dark. Each Labubu has its own story, its own strange little soul. You might not believe that, but if your Labubu ever shifts position overnight, or if the air grows cold around it, will you still think it's just plastic? Therefore, if you bring one home, understand this. You're not just buying a toy, you're inviting something else in. And if you ever hear soft tapping from the shelf in the dead of night, it might already be too late. But what if the stitched smile was never meant to be innocent at all? Let's talk about the viral claim that turned Labubu from collectible to cursed. A curse in disguise. It began with a single TikTok, a shaky video, a Labubu doll in frame, and a hushed voice whispering about Pazuzu, the ancient demon of storms and disease. At first, no one took it seriously, just internet noise, a trend, nothing more. But something about that doll, with its oversized eyes and razor-toothed grin, felt wrong. Soon more videos appeared. One user claimed her doll fell from a locked shelf at 3:13 a.m., 3 nights in a row. Another said her toddler spoke to it in a language she didn't understand. And then came the worst ones. Burning rituals, smashed figures, panic-fueled warnings. People weren't just disturbed, they were terrified. You could say it's just paranormal. But what if your Labubu started moving an inch closer to your bed every night? What if you heard giggling in a dark room, and it wasn't from anyone living? If your doll's head ever tilts in the direction of your voice, would you still think it's just molded plastic? Some collectors laughed. Others taped their boxes shut. One girl claims she threw hers into a river, but still heard scratching under her bed. The legend grew fast and wild, and while toy experts quickly dismissed the Pazuzu theory as baseless, the fear didn't die. It multiplied. Therefore, what began as a viral scare became a haunting phenomenon. Forums lit up, prices dropped. People who once proudly displayed Labubu began hiding them away, or worse, destroying them on camera. They say fear spreads faster than fire, and this one left ashes behind. If you're watching this now and there's a Labubu somewhere in your room, just be still. Sometimes the stories aren't true, but sometimes they start exactly like this. Wang Ning's genius wasn't just in design, it was in psychology. He turned Labubu into a blind box phenomenon. Buyers didn't know which version they'd get, common, rare, or ultra rare. Therefore, collecting became a game, a thrill, an addiction. If you've ever felt that rush opening one, you know what we mean. And if you've ever paid triple the price for a rare Labubu online, you've contributed to the empire. The result? Explosive. Labubu dolls weren't just collectibles. They became status symbols, appearing in the hands of global icons like Blackpink's Lisa and Rihanna. Suddenly, the whole world wanted one. But the obsession didn't just spread, it paid off. According to Forbes, Wang Ning's net worth quadrupled in just 12 months, reaching a staggering $22.1 billion by mid-2025. What began as a designer toy quietly transformed into a global monster. And Wang Ning was holding the leash. If he had played it safe, Pop Mart might have stayed local. If Labubu hadn't connected so deeply, eerily, with audiences worldwide, the empire might have crumbled. But none of that happened. Instead, Pop Mart exploded. Global store expansions, a theme park in Beijing, record resale values, and a doll no one can seem to throw away. Therefore, Wang Ning didn't just build a business, he built a phenomenon, a mystery, a brand that lingers. And maybe that's what makes Labubu so powerful. Not just what it is, but what it does after you bring it home. But when fear spreads faster than facts, the question becomes, who do you really believe? The experts or the ones who can't sleep anymore? Expert opinions, truth, or something they can't explain? They tell us not to worry, but have they ever owned one? Toy experts, collectors, and industry insiders were quick to speak out after the viral storm hit. They reassured the public. Labubu is just a designer vinyl figure, part of the Monster series by Ka-Sing Lung, produced by Pop Mart, a respected name in collectible toys. It's mass-produced, engineered, sold in sealed blind boxes. There's no demon, they said, no curse, just clever design and internet hysteria. But fear isn't logical, and neither are the stories people tell in the dark. One child psychologist argued that the fear came from Labubu's uncanny aesthetic. Big eyes, long ears, sharp teeth. Too human, yet too far from it. Another expert explained that our brains are wired to assign meaning to inanimate things, especially when those things stare back. Therefore, the dolls themselves may not be cursed, but our imaginations do the rest. And once a single story goes viral, it infects thousands of minds like wildfire. Still, others aren't convinced. If this is all in our heads, one skeptic asked, then why do so many people claim the same exact things in different countries at the same time? That question lingers. Maybe there's a rational explanation. But if you wake up at 3:13 a.m. tonight and see your Labubu facing the wrong way, would logic still comfort you? Experts may dismiss it, but some doors once opened don't close again. Now let's step into the part most people refuse to believe. The moments where Labubu stops being a toy and starts becoming something paranormal. The video she shouldn't have watched. It started like every late-night scroll does, just another rabbit hole on YouTube. 19-year-old Leah was alone in her dorm room when she stumbled across a video titled, "Do not buy this Labubu doll, I regret everything." It had no thumbnail, just black. She clicked anyway. The video was just a whisper, a girl crying, saying she couldn't sleep anymore, that he kept getting closer. She showed a shelf with a Labubu doll and swore it was smiling wider each night. Leah laughed. Creepy, sure, but just a toy, right? But something about that whisper stuck in her head. The way the girl said, "he," like the doll was real. She closed the laptop, went to sleep. That night she dreamed of a hallway, endless, dark, and at the end, a tiny figure with huge eyes. She couldn't move. She woke up gasping, heart racing, but it was just a dream. The next day, a package showed up. No name, no return address, just a blind box. She hadn't ordered anything, but curiosity won. She opened it. Labubu, staring up at her with that crooked plastic grin. Leah froze. She remembered the video. She tried to find it again. Gone, deleted, not cached, not in her history, but the image burned in her mind. That same doll, same ears, same face. That night, she put it in the closet. At 3:13 a.m., she woke up cold. Her door was open. She had locked it. the closet too. Labubu was sitting on her chest. She screamed. Roommates rushed in. It was gone. No doll, no box, no proof. They told her it was stress, no sleep, hallucination, but she knew. The next day, her mirror was cracked, just a hairline, right where the doll's reflection would have been. She packed everything and left campus. She posted her own video, shaky hands, teary eyes, titled it, "Please don't open the box, I made a mistake." She begged people not to search for it, not to look, not to click. Therefore, if you're watching this now and something shows up at your door without a name, don't open it. If you already did, don't look into its eyes, and if you hear a knock at 3:13 a.m., soft and slow, don't answer, because some dolls don't want to be collected. They want to stay. Maybe Labubu is just vinyl and paint, just a toy, sold in boxes and adored by millions. But too many stories say otherwise. Whispers, movement, cold air, dreams that feel too real. These aren't accidents, they're patterns. And patterns, when ignored, become warnings we never listen to until it's too late. Therefore, if your Labubu ever ends up where you didn't leave it, if you wake up at 3:13 a.m. and it's closer than before, don't talk, don't move. Just close your eyes and pray the smile is still painted on. Because some collectibles don't want to be owned. They want to stay. If your Labubu ever turns its head in the middle of the night, will your eyes open before it moves again? Or will you wake up just in time to see it smile back? If this story unsettled you just enough to double-check your shelf tonight, hit that like button, tap subscribe, ring the bell, and share this video. Then drop a comment if you've ever felt something was almost too quiet at 3:13 a.m.